Hey guys, Sak here from sakitech, and in today's video, we will be talking about 5 reasons the Samsung Galaxy S23 Ultra destroys the iPhone 15 Pro Max. Both of these smartphones are high-level and expensive smartphones, but when you buy the S23 Ultra, you get more features for the money spent, more bang for your buck. And in this video, we are going to detail 5 things that the iPhone 15 Pro Max simply doesn't offer. So let's dive in. Alright, the very first thing I'm going to be talking about is going to be the frontal design and the display. So let me quickly go to the display settings here. I'm going to show you something real quick so we are all on the same page and understand each other. So I'm going to go to display. Now when it comes to the quality of the display, both of these displays are top notch. So that is not the issue. Also, when it comes to the brightness, the peak brightness of these displays, the iPhone actually has, as you can see, the brighter display. So you can see easily that the iPhone has the brighter display. What I'm talking about in relation to the display is the way the displays are designed. So basically, on the Samsung Galaxy S23 Ultra, we have a small hole cutout. On the iPhone, we have a huge pill-shaped cutout, and what that does is that causes a display intrusion, especially when you're watching movies side by side. So as you watch movies on these displays, the Samsung Galaxy S23 Ultra is simply going to feel more immersive, like a high-definition TV. And also the fact that it has a square size, which is a subjective choice on my end, but I do like that square size. It just makes it feel like an actual TV screen when I'm watching videos side by side. But with the iPhone 15 Pro Max, you have that cutout on the side intruding into the display whether you're watching movies or playing games. Imagine if your high-definition TV had a large cutout right on the side. It simply would not look right. The same applies here. Most people watch their stuff on their phones anyway. So certainly, as far as the overall frontal presentation is concerned, I do prefer the Samsung Galaxy S23 Ultra beyond the iPhone 15 Pro Max. Alright, so the next thing I'm going to be talking about is multitasking and productivity. Now, one thing we know is that the iPhone 15 Pro Max has more processing power than the Samsung Galaxy S23 Ultra. And it does use that power in some instances, but when it comes to multitasking, it is in fact useless. So let me show you what I'm talking about. So on the Samsung Galaxy S23 Ultra, I can launch one application, and then if I go to my recents window, I can tap on that application and I can say open in split screen view. Now I have a split screen on the top. At the bottom, I can run any other application. Let's just use the settings. So now what I have is I have 2 applications running on top of each other for multitasking purposes or for productivity purposes, or honestly for anything where you can be working on 2 applications at the same time. And like I said, the iPhone has all that processing power which is used in some cases like gaming. But when it comes to something as simple as multitasking, the only thing that is possible on the iPhone is if you were to go to YouTube, for example, and if you're watching a movie, you can simply do this and at least you can get the PIP, which is picture-in-picture viewing mode, which you can also do over here. In fact, if I were to go to YouTube right now and I'm playing the same video, I can go to picture-in-picture, and on top of that, I can actually have split screen multitasking. So you look at this. Now I have basically 3 windows running at the same time, something that is not possible on the iPhone for some reason. Now there's more over here. So you can also change the screen size, as you can see. I can also switch them just like that. I can exit, and I have other options. So look at this. I'm going to launch calculator. I'm going to go into the recents view. I'm going to tap here. I'm going to say open in pop-up view. Now I have a pop-up calculator, okay? I can make this any size I want, and then I can even minimize this to the corner just for use it later. And meanwhile, I can still run other multitasking activities. So look at this calendar. I'm going to go like this, tap over here, split screen, settings. Okay, so now I have calendar settings and I have this calculator, and you can think about all kinds of different workflows that are possible where I could be doing something here, and occasionally I might need the calculator, pop it up, use it, okay, equal, and then just minimize it again, just like as if it was a Windows computer. So there's a great amount of multitasking available here, but not over here. All right, so the next thing I want to be talking about is customization. Now, we do know that the iPhone has been adding some features. Basically, it's a copy and paste operation. It now has widgets that the Samsung phones and Android has had for years. You can add a whole bunch of widgets. Of course, both phones can do that. You can do the same thing right over here, okay? And now you can customize the lock screen. So here's the customization screen for the lock screens and the wallpapers. You can see very similar, but that's about it. You cannot really do any more than that. With the Samsung, there is so much more you can do. Let me give you one example. So if I go into my wallpapers right over here and go to change wallpapers, I'm going to scroll down, and then from here, I'm going to access my downloaded wallpapers that are many times free. Look at the kind of things I can do with my phone. So that's a video wallpaper I can have right on my lock screen, okay? This is an absolute beautiful level of customization, as you can see. You can have this on your lock screen. That's just one example. Let me give you many more. Some of them are incredible. So here's one example. In the New Year's, you can do something like this, okay? Or if you're celebrating something, look at this. Cannot do this on the iPhone for some reason, even with all that processing power. Tap over here, go back inside, and there's so much more I can show you here. For example, if you like the movie Matrix, boom, you can have this right on your lock screen, which is incredible. And then just one more example here. Here's neon lights, very nice. Here's something a little bit different, okay, more technological. Here's something a little more abstract, but you have all these options you can have on your Samsung phone. And even over here, you can make a whole bunch of modifications to the home screen. On the iPhone, the home screen is pretty much just a lock grid of app icons. And look at this one thing that I really like on the Samsung phones. If I wanted to move all these applications to the next page, look at how simple it is. I press and hold, I tap on select. I select all these guys, okay? And then I press and hold, and now they're bundled together, and I can just move it over and dump it right here. That's how easy it is to make your own screens. Additionally, if I were to go into my wallpapers, right, and let me just grab a gorgeous wallpaper here. So let's pick this one right here. Okay, I'm going to say for the home screen, tap, and we are done. So let's say I want to showcase this wallpaper as my main wallpaper. Every time I unlock my phone, all I do is pinch the screen, right, create an empty home screen that you cannot do here, and set that as my home screen. Now, every time I go outside and come inside, let me just log in, you can see it dumps me right there, and I can see that gorgeous wallpaper every single time, and then move over to take other actions. So really cool levels of customization. I also have the edge screen. You can see I've got access to certain apps that I can fully customize. I got some other features here. I've got the weather, as you can see. I even have a compass right here, which I have not set up yet, but you can even have a compass on the side screen right here. So endless amounts of customization, very limited customization over here. All right, the next thing we're going to be talking about is the S Pen functionality. The S Pen hides inside the S23 Ultra's chassis. So let me show you a couple things the S Pen can do. Now, first and foremost, this is a Bluetooth pen. It has Bluetooth remote control functionality. So if I were to launch my gallery application, you can see I can interact with the phone, with the S Pen for navigation purposes, just like this, as you can see. But also, because this is a remote control pen, I'm going to launch this photo, and look at what happens. Using the button that's built in right here, I can just press the button and go to the next photo, okay? That is just one little functionality. I can double press to go back, and all these buttons and actions are customizable. So with this one, I can even run a presentation if I'm projecting this onto a TV. And if I was in a music player like this one, I can use this to play, as you can see, and pause, or even double tap to go to the next track. So that is crazy. I can control my media center with the pen from a distance. I can go across the room. We're talking about Bluetooth's official range. So it's a powerful tool that way, but also I can write with this, and I can write precision notes. just like the Apple Pencil. So press over here, create a note. Okay, the note application pops up. Let me maximize this right here. And now look at this. I can go over here, select a pen, a color, and a size, and I can start sketching, writing, taking notes, whatever I want to do. And all with the precision, paper and pen-like writing. Okay? If you are an artist, you can create a masterpiece. If you are a student, you can take notes. Or even if you're in some kind of business, like a professional, you can just take notes on the go all the time. Get a new page, take some notes, and move on. It also has built-in productivity tools. So if I tap the button, I can do things like Smart Select that allows me to select portions of the screen and save that as a screenshot and even pin that stuff to the screen. Look, it's pinned to the screen so I can reference it. So if I'm doing something here, I can reference anything over here that I've pinned, okay? And I can exit out when I don't need it. This is absolutely insane. And then I can go to the settings and I can scroll down and go to advanced features, go to S Pen, and there are just so many things I can do with it as far as customizing the S Pen is concerned. Now, one more feature that Samsung phones have had for a while is known as the wireless power sharing feature. You can see it is enabled right over here, and basically it is going to allow me to charge other devices on the back of the actual smartphone. So all I do is I just rotate this like this, and I grab any accessory. I can put it right here, and it's going to start to charge it. You can see the light just came up, so it is charging my Galaxy earbuds. So if I don't have a charger, if I'm on the go, I can charge my Galaxy Watch, any earbud that accepts wireless charging. And in fact, I can even take this guy and charge an iPhone on the back of it. So if I put this here, it is going to actually start to charge the iPhone. You just have to put it the right way, and that's it. So it is now charging the iPhone. You can charge a friend's phone or whatever. It's called wireless power sharing. Again, it's a feature on the Samsung phones for the same price that doesn't exist on the iPhones. All right, so that brings us to the end of this video. Drop a comment down below and let me know exactly what you think. And if you have any questions, comments, or concerns, also drop them down below. For now, guys, have a fantastic day.